Hey YouTube, it's me, the BBK, and welcome back to the clubhouse. Yeah, we had to come over on this side. So much going on. Shout out to my bosses. I got to hang out tonight with all of my favorite boss queens. And even a king. Catch that tea. Anywho, thank you, ladies and gents, for the wonderful game tonight. Shout out to Young Ray who stopped by, said hi. I've been missing you too, Queen. Currently waiting on my boss to tell me what the hell Kanye over there saying, what he's talking about. Who's gonna vote for him? Who's gonna vote for him? Hmm. So maybe he got the idea to vote to run for office because of the uh, philanthropic things that, or political things that his wife has been doing. I'm wondering, why not let her run for office? Oh, right, because she really is an entrepreneur and running several businesses. Plus, I don't think he would let her actually make sacrifices or have sacrifices. I mean, she sold her soul to her mom already, her momager, and her family, and to the infamy. I don't think he would really allow her to sell for her soul for any political gain or for anyone in the White House. I mean, I really believe Kanye loves his kids, so he's not gonna let his kids be in danger. You know. I see the boys are still acting up. Oh, you know what? Y'all can't hear me, can you? Oh wait, can you hear me now? Let me see something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hang on. Okay. Oh, there it is. Now you can hear me. It didn't occur to me that you couldn't hear me until I realized that the face wasn't moving. Yeah, StreamYard doesn't really get along with my Bluetooth too well. But anyway, um, what I was saying was Kanye, I'm not sure who's going to vote for him. I don't even know if he's really being serious about running for office. I guess he would instead of his wife. Because if she's going to run for office, that means she's going to become part of the elites who's ultimately going to have to sacrifice someone in her family, someone near and dear to her. Her momager, sisters, babies, husband. So yeah, maybe Kanye's doing it to protect his family, you think? Huh. I don't know. What I do know, oh, shout out to my boss queens in case this part didn't come through in the beginning of the video. I got a chance to spend a couple of hours with my favorite bosses, queens and king. Thank you, ladies and gents, for coming through and playing some spades with me tonight. Shout out to my boss queen, Young Ray, for sliding through and stopping by to say hello, showing some love. I missed my Camille, which, hey, the streets may have been on fire. We took some time to get away from all of the craziness and just come over here and hang out and laugh and talk shit with each other. So it was nice. It was comfy. I got a lot of notifications that they were shooting people on the Mother Block in Portland. I'll have to look into that tomorrow and see what that's all about. But I'm hoping no one died. I'm hoping there was no loss of life. That wouldn't be good.
I did try to look up to see what the political importance of Portland, Oregon was. And other than a few historical monuments, something about the railroad, and distilleries or whatever that were or began in Portland many, many moons ago. Other than that, I'm not really sure why Portland seems to be the home base for the paramilitary. Anyway, they're here to stay, so it's not a lot we can do about that. I hear rinse and repeat. Still got my name in her mouth. Lord have mercy. Well, I mean, what do you do? When you're still on somebody's mind and they still think about you and they still speak on you and talk about you, when you're not thinking about them, what do you do? Just be grateful that there's somebody out there that loves you and just won't profess their love. Ah, um, after seeing several panels over this weekend, it seems like more and more content creators that may not be infamous to you, oops, they may not be a favorite for you, but it seems like they're starting to grow weary of the beef. They're looking to bring peace back to this sector, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, like some have already said, when it's money involved, you just can't buy peace. You can't buy it. Nobody's interested in it. They don't care about it. They're on here beefing for $1 for a reason. So some people you just cannot make peace with, and you have to recognize that, acknowledge it, and move forward. You can't move forward if you've allowed someone to hold you back. If someone is holding you back from being great, if someone is holding you stagnant in a place where you can't elevate, then you're pretty much doomed until you can grow up and move out of that state, or until you find a better state that you would prefer to be in. I have to say it was kind of fun looking at them attempt to have a panel, but I think, and I mean, it doesn't work if the bottom line is the money, the clicks and the views. Then having StreamYard etiquette would not be an option for anyone attempting to bring peace on a StreamYard. To be, I think, a good mediator or arbitrator or hostess of a StreamYard convention, you have to establish boundaries for your platform. And I think you have to decide what's more important to you: bringing peace, allowing people to be heard, um, or just letting there be nothing but straight chaos across your platform. Because if your main mission is to truly bring peace, then I think it's safe to say you can only have two people on your platform at a time. And that will be the two people that are there to talk it out, walk it out, and talk it out, and work it out. Yeah, anything more, anything less will distract and condemn and obliterate what you have planned. So, StreamYard etiquette at a peace convention for me would mean having less people on the yard. If the two people are so wired and heated that they're not respecting another person's time to speak, then you have to sit them backstage. And it's very unorthodox. It's probably very worrisome. People really don't want to do it because you don't see anybody doing it. But again, if the mission is to make peace, then the person who can't just sit there and wait their turn, they need to sit backstage. Let the first person talk, bring them on to respond, and the same thing for the other person. If they can't hold their peace, sit them backstage. 9 times out of 10, you can always see the one that's not interested in working out because that's the one that won't respect the host, won't respect the platform, won't respect the mission. Hey, Miss Playful. Hey, Queen. Hey, mamas. So sometimes I think you really need StreamYard etiquette to work things out. Um, Miss Playful, I'm sorry that, oh my God, I'm sorry that your amazing spirit affects these people in such a way that they just can't leave your name out their mouth. It's so interesting, but you know what? On the flip side, on the brighter side of things, I look at those people as fans of yours. You know what I mean? People that will pick and choose what they want to talk about or say about a person. Those are real fans. Because for everybody, there's always a good to the bad and a bad to the good. So if you can't find a way to even it out and you're just going to be one sided, you're really a fan. Hmm. Back to the StreamYard etiquette. I don't think they want to piss people off. Oh, you mean in terms of putting them backstage? Well, that's what I'm saying though. If you know, if your mission for the StreamYard convention is to bring peace, then you have to establish boundaries. You have to establish the etiquette that you want on the peace mission. Now, if they're not willing to abide by your boundaries or your rules for the peace mission, then you can't get peace. And as I was saying just a few minutes ago, you can always tell the ones that don't want peace because those are the ones that will not respect the host or the hostess platforms, nor will they respect the boundaries that are set forth. Oh, I'm good. You and I are older than most of these people, so I can just. Oh, yeah, Miss Playful. You know what? That's the problem. Mm, that is the problem right there. See, you and I, you're right. We are older. We work, we have jobs, so we know exactly when our checks are coming, when they're going to be deposited, how much they're going to be. So to get on here and have to sell our soul for 70 cents on a dollar, we don't have that issue. We don't have that worry, that want, that problem. We're not thirsty for the dollar bill on YouTube. We come on here to have fun. We either laugh and kiki or we talk shit and curse you out. But the back and forth and all that is who cares? We're not interested in that. And that's what I like about us. It's funny how they say I pissed them off, but I catch them talking just like, yes, Miss Playful. Yes. And it's funny because I heard two content creators actually speaking in the voice, using the words, using the slang of someone that they don't like, they can't stand, and they talk about. And I thought, wait a minute, did I just hear them say, honey, I fell out? I was like, it's funny. Amazing. But it was good. I will admit, it was good to hear people try to work things out, accomplish things. Um, I did get to listen to a little bit of Miss T Velocity before we struck out and started our game of spades. Um, and I only heard a little bit of the video because I had to go listen to the video to hear what had happened. Hey, Super Deep 09. Hey, Boo. Hey, Cali Love. She was saying that Doxy, well, wait, she didn't say any names. Let me go back and fix that. She didn't say anybody's names. But what she said was she felt like there were people who were saying they ride with her, they support her, they were trying to uplift her and tell her don't worry about it. But she felt like they were being thrown away, they were being pushed away, pushed to the side. And at that time, I could only guess she was talking about Doxy Brown, you know. So I went over, and I had to find the video because it wasn't on the main one, on the main page, it was on the back page. They disassociate themselves from their own personalities and then turn into, yes, Miss Playful. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And at that, and it's funny how you said that, because I will admit in my mind it was kind of like, are you wanting to be that person? Are you trying to be like that person? I've seen content creators get online and start this whole grabbing and petting and feeling on the hair thing. And it is like, wow, this is, I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. But I was like, I was listening to Doxy, and as I'm listening to her, and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember several videos ago her saying nobody can tell her how to run her platform. She runs her platform like she wants to run it. But yet, I've also heard several videos where she felt some kind of way about how somebody else was running their platform when it pertained to her. I like Billie Jean. Um, I wasn't sure. There were times when I wasn't sure, you know, but after kind of watching her, she seems to be good people. I think she was trying to do a commendable thing. Um, and I hate that she, like many of the people I know, are super laid back, are super unbothered, to the point where when somebody is literally starting to turn on you in your face, you just refuse to see it. You refuse to see it. I mean, I'm not talking about things that make you go, hmm. I'm talking about when somebody literally opens their mouth and starts speaking against something, and it really makes no sense. Who are you to tell anybody how to run their platform? Like, who is anybody to tell anybody how to run their household, how to run their life, how to do their job, how to be them? How do you do that? Who are you? Yes, it's absolutely amazing to watch these people leave their personalities and change into yours because yours is stronger. I guess, girl. I guess. And it was kind of like, I've seen this person come out and pretend to be this lovely, playful, fun person that may really, draw people to them. And it seemed like the first time somebody said something about their forehead or their tooth or something, they got triggered and they started to, their mental makeup started to break down, started to crumble. They started to lose it until they changed into the person they really were all the time. It's okay to come over and enjoy a good kiki, a good roasting gag, roasting drag. But if you become sensitive and you can't handle it, you can't hang on, you can't, give a little roasting gag back to the point to where you have to go deep and dark, maybe you should just walk the other way. Walk away from it. See, the way where I come from, when you don't like something, you stay away from it. If I didn't like black eyed peas, I wouldn't eat them. If I didn't like Santa Claus, I wouldn't leave his ass cookies and milk on Christmas Eve and be waiting up to hear one sound in the living room to get up and run down and see what he left me for Christmas. I would not, I just would not be interested. As a kid, I didn't care about the news. The news, what's on the news? I didn't watch it. That's what I believe as well. Yeah, absolutely. And then I heard people say, well, I don't believe she would do it. She was just talking. No. Say what you mean and mean what you say. She said it. She said she meant it. It took her to, somebody to bring it out to her attention. You said it. She said, okay, I meant it. I ain't taking it back and I'm not apologizing. Okay, fine. Do you have to do a tour to tell the world that? You don't. The world heard you the first time. The tour is to convince yourself that you're strong enough to stand in your ish and to act like it's not wrong, to act like you don't care if it's moral or immoral. You're going to stand behind it. You're doing the tour to see how many people ride with you on it. Exactly. If you don't like someone, don't take your ass way up to their channel to listen to them talk about you. Right. Real simple. But as you're doing this tour, you're not really seeing a lot of people ride with you. You're seeing more and more of the people that support you say, "Nah, it wasn't right. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's right. I don't think you should do that." Da 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 da. That became an issue and frustrating for you. But you did more tours to get a feel for, is it anybody out there that'll ride with me? Now they said, because I've only seen what two two panels, I think, with Miss Pizarro. It was on Ness's, and I didn't get to see the whole thing. I fell asleep. It's on Ness's platform. I saw on Billy's platform. And wait, I don't know. Was she on Goddess's? I can't remember if she was on Goddess's platform or not. Now, I heard there were more panels and platforms than that. I didn't get to see them. But I do agree that people say, well, they're trying to make her do this. They're trying to make her. I don't think anybody's trying to make her do anything. See, if you suspect that these people are trying to get you to turn against your friend, once again, you wouldn't be on tour, right? You can go to the panel. You can go to the channel. You can hang out in the chat. But you wouldn't jump up on the stream yard because, your loyalty is going to be questioned, right? I think content creators as well as subbies come on here with the persona. Not as absolutely, Mr. Super D49. Absolutely. You know why I don't think it's wrong to her? I believe that's how her mother spoke to her and about her as a child. You know what? I totally agree. Girl, I agree. I agree so much with that, Miss Playful. I agree very much with that. And here's the thing. And it's sad because, this issue is ridiculous that nothing has happened out of all this time and this issue is still an issue. But not only could it be a possibility that her parents spoke to her as a child like that, but what I find very interesting is I heard her say, I'm worried about the child's well-being or something along those lines. And I thought, hmm, were you not worried about the Roosters kids and their well-being? I mean, given how, she was with YouTube, more time on YouTube than with the children. You never saw them out with doing anything with the children, just the hubby. You weren't concerned with anyone else's child that you didn't like. If you loved children and cared about children so much, did you ever not consider fostering kids maybe? So that you could give them that motherly love, that affection that you speak of? I don't know, just wondering. I don't care about all that because I know we're not getting nothing. simply because they're getting to the root of the problem, which is her childhood trauma and the mental state she's in. Yeah, but recognizing and getting to it ain't doing shit if she ain't getting no help. If ain't nobody counseling her, giving her medication, bringing her to outpatient counseling, clinic treatment, or something, it does no good because the most dangerous person with a problem is the person that doesn't acknowledge they have a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, she really believes the child is in harm's way. See, an alcoholic is most dangerous as long as they don't believe they're an alcoholic. If they don't believe they have a problem with drinking, if a dope fiend don't think he have a problem doing dope, if a nymphomaniac doesn't think they have a problem with sex, it's nothing you can do to help them. It's nothing you can say. It's nothing anybody can do for them. You're the one with the problem because they're not acknowledging it. So until she has the ability to walk away and do something different or get professional help, to her she doesn't have a problem. And again, I believe this is another one of those cases where walking away is not an option, because if I walk away, I walk away from my money. I walk away from the ability to make enough money to pay my bills, or take care of my cost of living, whatever the case may be. That's because there are probably similarities in her mother abuser and the content creator she despises. Look, all I'm saying, when people first used to go in that chat and drag, it was block, 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 block. I was like, does she realize she's blocking her money? How can you count your coins if you're throwing them out the window? And I remember them telling me one time that she had told her moderators, don't block nobody, da 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 da. I said, okay, finally, she's picking up, learning a lesson from Wilson, right? Now she's back on the block thing. And now, what I heard Miss T say, all of her true supporters, she's throwing them away, throwing them out the window. And she had allegedly some people that really cared about her, really rock with her, but she was not willing to sit down, talk it out, and work it out. Now, I saw the fallout with her and Joyce. Shout out to Joyce Blobbs. I saw the fallout that made no sense. Joyce simply wanted to step back. She wanted to fall back. And I got to let my supporters know what you're doing. Really? So you care more about your audience than you do someone you built a relationship with? Everything in her mind appears to be twisted. Twisted. You're kicking out, falling out, throwing away your. Are you not even trying to have a conversation and work it out? Because, see, I heard somebody, I think it was Goddess's platform, say you have to listen to people. When they're trying to, they were saying your people was trying to tell you this, your people was trying to, you weren't even listening. You didn't want to listen. You didn't care to listen. You had, you was not interested. Not one iota did you give a hill of beans about what they were saying or what they was talking about, because you thought you knew everything. You thought you had the answer for everything. In your mind, you found ways to justify your actions instead of closing your mouth and open your ears and open your mind and listen to what your people are telling you for your benefit. Not for theirs, not for anyone else's, for you. Right, because she was holding on out of desperation. She wouldn't let them tell her she was wrong. No, no, it was like abandonment. And it's no different when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and work something out and they want to run away. That's a sign they don't want to hear the truth. That's a sign they don't want you to put it out there. They don't want to. They just want to speak their piece. They want you to hear them. They don't want to hear nothing else, and they out. Done. That's it. They don't want the open dialogue. And these people, these content creators that are saying, you guys, we just, this shit getting old. We need to move past it. If we can't sit down and have dialogue and talk about it and work it out, then just, don't deal with it. And I got to thinking, isn't that what y'all call the blackout? Because ain't that what they doing to old heated floors? They blacking her out, right? Nobody ain't talking about her. Now, after falling out with everybody, doing all of the things and saying all of the things, now she's coming back wanting to talk to certain people. If there is one or more people that are running around just doing it all, just doing it all, saying it all, acting it all, not interested in working it out, they don't want to listen, they just want to be heard. They don't want to listen. You can't tell them nothing. Can't explain nothing to them. They just want to have the floor all the time. Black them out. Black them out. And what will happen is not only will eventually they get tired of talking to themselves, but when they don't get a response, they will be forced to find something else to talk about. Why? Because in a minute, you're going to look almost like a rinse and repeat. You're going to study be going at something, going at somebody, talking about something, rehashing something, revisiting something, and you're going to be spinning in a circle because nobody's listening, nobody's responding, nobody's coming back, and you're just going to be sitting there stuck on rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Black them out. Black them out. Because I hear a lot of people say, well, this YouTube ain't what it used to be. No, the people that you're watching, the people that you're interacting with, is not like it used to be. Now you're going to have to go find a section that you enjoy watching and tuning in and laughing and having fun, getting a little kiki every now and enjoying yourself. You have to walk out of the shadows into the light. I believe her father and grandmother did everything they could to save her from her mother. But once mother showed up, of course, she would be happy to see her, only to be mistreated yet again. Yeah. And if she doesn't seek therapy or counseling for that, YouTube can't fix it for her. It can't. I mean, I hear everybody saying, oh, they're losing subs, they're losing subs, they're losing subs, they're losing subs. But you know what? You really don't know the real reason why they lose the subs. Why? Because it's too many sheep over here. It's too many followers. This is like back in high school again, where you have bullies and everybody likes the bullies. Everybody follows the bullies out of fear or intimidation or whatever the case may be. So if my sister and cousin don't like you, well, now I can't like you because they don't like you. Or I can't watch you because they don't watch you. Oh, they said this, so now I can't watch you because they said. Less and less free thinkers, less and less, uh, 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 um, what do you call it? Less and less critical thinkers, more followers, more sheep, more herd. See, I'd say you never know who you're in the chat. You never know who you in the chat hanging out with, talking to, laughing, speaking to, he and ha-haing with. You never know who it is. You could be having a good time with a serial killer. Why? Because a lot of people come on here to fulfill something that they're missing in their real life. Some people are missing a unity. So as soon as they find a group or a clique, y'all all have a lot in common, y'all all support each other, y'all all like a common interest, then boom, there it is. It starts to mold. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy other things, other places, other people. But when you find yourself in that circle, in that bubble where you're not interested, you are now stagnant. You're stuck. You're stuck with no way out. Some people come on YouTube looking for love, Some people come on YouTube looking for family. Some people come on YouTube looking for friendship. And some people come on YouTube looking for somebody that wants to be wanted, who needs to be wanted, somebody that they can love on and give attention to, as long as that person is giving them some attention. I mean, if you look at Alphabet City, the first thing that came to my mind was, what, what? All this bad stuff is happening. Now, I remember dipping over there a couple of times, a couple of years ago, when it used to be fun and da 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 da. But those fun days kept me tuned in for 4, 5, 6 hours because it was fun. It was fun. And then I couldn't get up for work, and then I couldn't go to sleep, and then I would wake up and miss it, and then I started saying, oh, they talking about this, let me go see this person, oh, let me go see that person. And that's how I ended up starting to move around on YouTube. But I never found a place or group or people that performed and did the things that they did. So it was super good. And then 6 months later, I disappeared, and when I hear the name again, I go back and it turned from light to straight dark. When she started talking about the guy trying to pick the content creator up in the grocery store, I already knew she was having a flashback. Oh my. What's up, Diva? Hey, boo. Yeah, oh, no work, Diva. We just hanging out real quick. No working, baby. Just hang out. And shout out to you, Diva. I had fun on the space game like we always do, girl. We were supposed to have been playing dominoes, and we was playing. I thought we were playing on the internet, and I could not find where the game was. I don't think I downloaded it as an app because I checked my computer and I couldn't find the Domino app on there. So I got to try to figure out where the hell was the Domino app, because we could have a private game where I could give you a code and my people could come in and we could play together. So that's what I got to do. I got to go back and find that again. But thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. But I was just looking at her and I was like, you blocked half your money, running all your friends away. You got friends that literally came back almost begging to work things out, and you just weren't interested because of what? Pride? You didn't want people to see you as what? Weak? It's not weak to be able to mend a relationship or mend a YouTube ship or a friendship or even bury the hatchet with family. There's nothing weak about that. Nothing at all. But baby, I'm gonna tell you something. I keep telling y'all, this shit as we know it right today won't be long. It won't be the same long. When Google got to ante up that money from them class action suits they going through, see, we already see a lot of the changes in YouTube. We've been seeing that since last year. In a minute, they gonna have to give out money, which means they gonna slow down on paying us. They gonna find any and every reason possible not to pay us, slow down that money. Hell, take cold channels, done videos about it. Then what you gonna do? Hmm? What you gonna do then? Commentary. Oh, we got commentary. Your commentary is what other people are doing and seeing on YouTube. Hey, it's cool. If that's all you got, go for it. But if that's all you have, how can you escape the darkness? I feel so much better that it's not, you know, a lot of windmilling going on right now. That's fun, absolutely. I never forget kicking down doors with the mob and others. We had fun. It was unity for a good purpose, good cause. It was all fun. But it's kind of time for a change. Now, my change is in a minute. I have to rotate back and forth from the government to other things because it's depressing finding out hidden information that was right in your face from day one. You wasn't nothing you can do about it, but watching it play out and it's nothing you can do about it, that can become depressing. So we're trying to rotate. We're trying to rotate. And for my bosses, my queen bosses, we did subjects, topics that we talked on. We've done some movie nights. We've done some game nights. A lot of you guys missed out on it, and I get it. The streets were hot. They were on fire. Um, but I guess we need to have a boss meeting, a meeting of the minds, and find out, what are some of the things that are really interesting to you, so that more of you guys can participate. And we can participate in our members only setting on YouTube, or we can go into the boss's playhouse in private and have our settings and our conversations and do all of the things. See, y'all been missing out on quite a bit of things that we do in private, honey. When we go to the playhouse, see, normally y'all in the clubhouse, but when we go to the playhouse, Miss Playful Girl, you and quite a bit of the others, y'all have really been missing out. Y'all gonna have to tune in when we go to the playhouse. We do have a lot of fun back there. We do. And we've still yet to speak on the interracial dating. We've yet to speak on a lot of things that are going on in real life. Um, I still got to finish my upload on ways to make money, side hustles you can make. There are jobs you can do on YouTube. There are jobs you can do that are not affiliated with YouTube. Because July 30th, they're going to stop that $600. Now, hang on, my computer is singing and ain't nobody touching it. Now, unplug. If we start singing through the night, the battery will go out, it'll die out, and I shouldn't hear nothing else. And if I hear it singing and it ain't got no juice, it's going in the trash. Now, I already got Siri over here fucking with me, jumping in on the phone when I'm trying to do a live, like I asked her to do something. I got the Nest over here telling me to log in, but bitch, you playing what you want to play and not what I want you to play. I'm very suspicious. I done pulled the plug on the Nest. I done cut the mic off, pull the plug on the Nest. Mm-hmm. I will say this. I have uploaded some very humorous things on my IG story. One of them was a Detroit gathering. I don't really want to call it a protest, but if you could kind of call it a march. The Detroit, the Black Detroit March is what I will call it. It'll be gone sometime tomorrow because your stories only stay up 24 hours. Um, I put up the story about the Black Panthers, if you will, in Detroit during the march. They went into a store where the Indian man, Iranian man, Pakistanis, or whatever they was, messed around and hit an old black man, talked shit to him, did him real bad. And they're trying to spend his money. Hit him in the back of the head. Baby, when they came back 100 deep. Walked in, told everybody to give them a minute, step out, buy your lottery tickets down the road. Told him, come here, we need to manage you. We want to talk to you. Oh, the old man, he wasn't liking it. He was pissed off. He said, yeah, you big man. He said, you big man, you sweet thing. Come here, I want to talk. They had the whole, what do you call it, the bulletproof glass from the counter all the way to the top. They was protected behind that counter, honey. Oh, they had a lot to say. They had a lot to say. They thought they was gonna call the police and scare the brothers and the sisters away that was down there dressed in black hoodies, jackets, megaphones. Baby, they didn't scare nothing away. Police came straight in. Hell, they were scared because they didn't come with the cowboys and Indians. They went right on behind that glass with the owners tried to mediate a conversation. They tried to tell that brother they didn't hit nobody. They said, bring him in here. He identified him, told him what happened, told him, brother, you will never make another dime on this corner. It's our neighborhood. They went on out. They wouldn't let the people in the store. They went out and shut the highway down. They shut the street down. They shut the baby. It had to been 200-300 of them easy. Go look at the story. Had that megaphone said, we ain't taking it no more. Black Power. Oh yes. My Alexa been unplugged since April. Okay, Diva. Girl. I'm about to turn Siri off on this damn telephone. But see, as soon as I turn her off, I'll be needing her for something. I'll be needing her. I done turned the location off. Stop following me. I done turned the location off. Um, shout out to some supporters who've been sending me some very funny IG stories. So I said, I'm gonna try to bring a little light to the page. Maybe it'll give me a way to transition kind of back and forth between IG and YouTube, since I've already started to build up the YouTube channel, and so maybe some of the things I can put up over there. So yeah, take a look at it. It's got some funny stuff on there, some cute stuff. And people, there was this brother sitting on the corner, had pots and pans, a big speaker, and I think it was Teddy Riley he was playing. Um, don't play with me. Uh, damn, I can't think of the name. If you something, Teddy Riley, I believe. I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy if you take your love away from me. I'll go crazy. He had that song playing on the speaker. Baby, he had all the Big Mama pots and pans out there on the little milk crate, baby. He had his milk crate. He had his drumsticks. Baby, bro was out there. He was hitting them pots, girl, doing the drama. He was being a drama girl on the corner. He was scooting and booting and tooting. I said, Big Mama can't even fix the spaghetti and the beans because this nigga down here with all her pots and pans, gave a little funny to it. There was a couple of things but yeah, check out the IG story. So, try to bring a little humor, some little funny. Had the little Asian lady and her friend, Blackstreet. Thank you, David. Girl, I mess up a name in a minute, girl. I need y'all to correct me. Y'all know what I be talking about. Had the Asian women. It was a voiceover video. And these three Asian women, I don't really know where they was walking. Clearly, they must have been on a walk around part. Anyway, the baby bear done walked up to the Asian woman girl and was sniffing. At least they had sense enough to know not to run. We grew up, you walk through a neighborhood and it was dogs loose in the neighborhood. Granddad used to say all the time, you see a dog, don't run. He'll chase your ass. Because dogs smell fear, right? And a friend and was walking with their phones and cameras. Girl, that baby bear came over there, started sniffing. When I tell you they froze, the one girl was a few feet away from her and her friend. Her friend turned her back and the other one just froze. And the bear was over there, had put his hand on her butt, and the little brother had a voiceover saying, hey, baby, damn, you look good, girl. That was the bear talking to the Asian girl, right, allegedly. So then the bear stood up on his 2 feet, girl, and had his hand on her butt, honey, and he was, looked like he was smelling her hair. The brother was talking, and then he got on all fours, and the other Asian girl looked like she wanted to run. He was like, oh, girl, I don't want you. I want your friend. Let me see, is this real? It is funny. You got to go and look at it. It was too funny. When I tell you, homegirl went to take a step back, he took his paw, was like trying to pull her back close. And he said, don't run, girl, don't run. And then he got on all fours and went to walk away. The homegirl took out, hauled ass the opposite direction. Y'all got to go look at it. It was really funny. So, you know, um, I just say, maybe people need to think about some StreamYard etiquette, when they're getting ready to do these panels of talking things out and working things out. Because if that's truly what one wants to do, it should be easy. If y'all can't respect each other finishing a sentence and talking, then let somebody sit behind stage. And then, work it that way. I know it's unorthodox, it doesn't really help. It probably makes it harder, but you can't work that out if you can't hear each other talking, if you can't hear each other speaking. So, I was just saying, and they told me I need to go back and listen to Ness's panel, but she was having a really good panel, but she was having a lot of technical difficulties. I'm telling y'all, StreamYard is really, I had so many problems the other night. I believe they was trying to low key flag, but then the girl said it was YouTube. They thought it was YouTube. So yeah, but when I went to OBS, I didn't have no problems. I didn't have any problems at all. So it'll be good to see if people can work things out. I think some people just won't be able to work things out. Um, because, this is their money, this is their livelihood. But I'm going to tell you something. And for those people that draw a check every month, God bless you. If that's, your livelihood, I hope it all works out. If you can work, I really suggest you getting a job and trying to work. Because between now and November, I suspect Cheeto Head gonna pull every trick he possibly can pull to mess us up. He already tried to throw the kids back in school and then got mad because the governors and whatnots was not with it and was saying, well, you're gonna lose your funding. So you gonna threaten to take away their school money if they don't put the kids in school. But then when the Killer Pete get gone, how the kids gonna go back to school? You got to give them the funding, right? You got to give them the money. You got to pay the teachers, the bus driver, the principal, the security, the nurse. You got to do all of that. So you threatening to take their funding away simply means they can't reopen the schools. And why are you trying to put the kids? Are you really trying to put the kids? Are you trying to weaponize the children? Because if you gonna force them back in school, that's what you're doing. Because they'll be the ones to catch the killer and bring them home to the rest of the family. Now, the kids all go to school, catch the Killer Pete, bring him home to the family. The family gets sick and go in the hospital. Who gonna keep the kids? Huh? Because the other family members, if they got kids, they don't want them there with it. Now, if you got the kids and the family all up in the hospital with the Killer Pete, who running the household? I mean, it's nothing but it's a bad move, and it's nothing good can come from any of it. Did you see Kanye West rally? No, girl, I didn't. I'm waiting on you to send it to me. I ain't gonna lie, I am. I'm waiting on you to send me the link so I can look at it. Kanye, I said in the very beginning, I had the Bluetooth on, so I don't think any sound was coming through the stream, y'all. I'm guessing Kanye gonna try to run for office so that Kim won't. Because if you get tied up in politics, if you get tied up with the elite, you definitely end up sacrificing something or someone for your passage, if you will, into that group. I mean, like right now, shout out to the king that sent me the information. Right now, we're gonna try to do our due diligence and help out a little bit and see if we can't put eyes on Kiwisi Mfume. He is the Democrat senator that was just sworn in on May 5th in Maryland. Sworn in. Ain't nobody seen or heard from him since. Now, We went to the congress.org to go see, as you know, bills and laws and stuff is always being voted on and talked about. So we went back there so we could go see, if he had any activity. We went to his page and see, and I tell you how shady the government is. They ain't shit. We went to his profile. They, where his picture is, girl, they done reached back to his college days and got a black and white picture of this man. This man got all kind of current pictures from 2019 to 2020 when he was running for this office. He used to be the president of the NAACP. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like, like the whole most men are, he went to messing around with one of his colleagues, co-worker, secretary, whatever she was. One of them, I think he was messing around with more than one, but one of them filed a sexual harassment charge on him. Now the NAACP paid her off. She wanted $140,000. They paid her $100,000, settled it, signed NDAs, and all of the things, confidentiality agreements, etc., and let her go on about her business. Meanwhile, he stepped down from there and started to run for the Senate. Now, you done went and got a college black and white picture with him in the afro and put it on his profile instead of putting one of his current pictures on. Y'all racist as hell in the government, and y'all don't even try to hide it. Okay? Allegedly, he signed off on a couple of bills or uh, forms or something in June. Ain't nobody seen or heard from you, no news, no paparazzi, no nothing since you swore in. What they do to you, bro? What they hiding you? What's going on? Now you got 5 kids by 3 different women. Can't find their name nowhere. Can't find the baby mom name nowhere. Let's see, shit, that information have been gave to a pit bull child. See, I'm gonna look, and when I can't look no more, then I'm gonna reach out and get some help. I'm gonna call his office tomorrow. I'm gonna send him a letter. He is a part of 2 committees. One of them is the Small Business Association Committee. I'm gonna send him an inquiry about the small business. I'm gonna send an email. Then I'm gonna reach out to some of his Democratic friends, and see if anybody has seen him or heard from him or talked to him lately. Now, normally I would say, oh, something probably happened. They're gonna say he's in quarantine, from the Killer Pete. This July, that was May. He ain't been in quarantine for 60 days, I know. Because in about another 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to be on 90 days. Ain't nobody seen or heard from him. And ain't nobody talking about him either. So we'll see. I'm going to give myself a good week, 2 for the mail and the emails and the return calls and whatnot. Because, see, I don't know how they cast their vote or how they put their 2 cents in. But if his secretary has his logins or happens to be working from his office or whatever, those votes could have been put in on his behalf by somebody else. I mean, who knows? It could be a number of things, but we're going to dig into it a little bit. We're going to dig into it. He's representative of Maryland. So, we'll see. But we're going to look around the world and see what's going on, have some laughter around the world. Allegedly, who are those countries that they say the kids are fine in school, that they not having no problems? That's them. They may not be having a lot of problems, but our our numbers have shot up all over the world. Florida's bad. New York, I can't say I've heard a lot about New York, but I can only guess they're still having trouble. Texas is going up exponentially. It's gone up exponentially. Oh yeah, yeah. I will, Diva. I got some people that's trying to help me with it. Yeah, I am, because I don't want to turn up missing. I ain't going without a fight now. You jump your ass out of unmarked van if you want to. That's where you gonna have to drop me. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, we got some things we're gonna look into. But I'm gonna try to put the funnies up on the IG because if somebody films it on IG and put it on their YouTube, I can't. Been there and done it already. YouTube been really messing with me, child. So I have to be very, very careful, even with the fair use. I have to be careful about what I use. So I just said I'll just put it up, over there on the IG. Um, I think I posted. I think I posted the Facebook thing. Facebook keep changing how they handle those settings back there. Like people, you used to could say, "Oh, I only want to be the only one to see my page," or people can see me through my friends list, or people can see me through friends of friends. They've changed that now, so be very, very careful. Um, yeah, be very, very careful. And something for anybody who is considering being a content creator and starting to do videos, I will say this. Depending on how your life is ran, how you live your life, be careful about coming online, especially if you don't have good commentary. If you're going to be a content creator to come on here and get into this sector where you just talk about everybody and everybody, be careful with going live and showing your face. And I'll tell you why. Because I had a stalker when I first started building my channel. And they was calling my job and emailing my job and doing all of the things. As soon as you go on camera and do your commentary and get into it with these people, they will use that little facial recognition thing to dig up your whole family. Your dead grandma, your dead auntie from 15 years ago, what high school she graduated from, your dead uncle's resume. They will pull up all of that. You've seen some of that already. So while people say, oh, well, don't talk to me until you show your face, girl, if they ask them to see your face, they letting you know they already got a hidden agenda. Because what you look like versus what your commentary is should mean nothing, right? Shouldn't have nothing to do with nothing. So, just be careful, especially if you have kids and grandkids, because these kids have access to a lot of stuff that goes on the internet. Being bullied, porn, animal porn, just all kinds of stuff. And the one thing you don't want your kids or grandkids to have access to is people taking your picture or your image or your likeness and doing stuff to it and putting it all over the internet and stuff. Because, see, some kids will get picked on at school about that. We got enough kids running around here committing suicide, being depressed. We got enough kids out here being triggered to the point they go home and get Pawpaw's gun and take it to school the next day and want to kill little Joey and end up killing Patrick, Larry, and Michael and Michelle and Lisa. And, you know, the other little boy gets away. So we need to do better. Protect the kids, protect the grandkids, protect your seniors. Listen, there are and I don't know how YouTube can pick who they fuck with. There are videos on YouTube of people doing some of the heinous things to elderly folks. Not to mention the police. We done seen the riot cops how they knocked that tall white man down, looking like a sleep stack, knocked him down and bust his head, left him in a coma. There was a white man walking down the sidewalk. These people was walking down the sidewalk. He was walking up on an old white woman that was coming towards his way, and they was gonna be passing. And just as he got close to her, he hauled off and bust her in her chest and kept walking, laughing about it. The lady, hollered out, turned around, and looked at him walking. And when the other people that were walking near her was asking her, was she all right? Like the typical old woman would do. Girl, she went in the drama queen. She done fell down, hollering and screaming and grasping her chest. Girl, they not gonna catch him. He gone. I saw a teenage boy push an old black man down coming out the store with his grocery bag in one hand and a cane in the other. Push that old man down. Now, see, when you get old, hey, Tisa, hey, mama, when you get up in age, your bones get fragile. If you ain't never heard your grandpeople, your old folks say, let me remind you, as you get, it's called a circle of life. When you're born not able to see, speak, taste, walk. You need help to pee, potty, poop. You grow up, you can do all the things you learn. You go through life, you have kids, you marry, divorce, do all the things. And as you get old, your bones become brittle. You lose your sight, you lose your hearing, you get Parkinson's, you get Alzheimer's, you can't remember. You need help peeing and pooping, you're wearing the pins. You can't eat pork chops, you have to eat mush, applesauce and shit. We got to protect these old folks. Kids and old folks are in the same boat. And right now, these people just don't give a damn about either one of them. And we really have to be aware. We got to pay attention and just look out for each other. Now, they had box fans, was it 2 years, about 2 or 3 years ago? The Salvation Army then was giving out box fans. And if you gave a donation, you could get more than one. We took the box fans and was handing them out to old people that didn't have AC, putting it in the window, helping them out, you know, doing things like that. It don't hurt. It don't hurt at all. And that's our problem. That's gonna be our downfall. We're too fucking selfish. If you hit a lick, you don't even tell nobody. But you go brag to somebody and tell a lie on how you came across the lick or how you came across the money or how you got it going on. When bitch, no, you didn't. You went down there and you messed around and tripled up and fell on something and it ended up being a couple of $1,000s or whatever. Instead of coming back and telling the rest of the family, the neighbors, and anybody else how to go down there and get that same couple of $1,000s for their family. We're too selfish. We got to get out of that mindset. If we don't start sticking together, baby, we're going to fall along. I'm just saying. I just came on here just real quick. I ain't want nothing, you know. Just came on here to say, how to figure out what it is my bosses want to do. Because every time I do something for y'all, nobody really hardly shows up. And it's okay, but I want you to enjoy the perks and privileges that I owe you. We had a Family Feud game where we paid our money. Only two people, well, four people were there, but only two of the members showed up, and we had a good time. We didn't win a lot. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money. I wasn't giving away $50 and $100 like that, but the money that I gave out, we had fun with it. Let me tell it to you like this. When I was paying out the money, the damn cash shop said, look, you already paid them once. You sure you want to pay them again? But yes, pay this money out and stop playing with me. But we had fun. We had movie night. I did figure out why y'all couldn't see one of the movies that I put up. I fixed that, you know. Yeah. So and then we have our private chats. We do a lot of things over there. And yeah, y'all missing out. So I need y'all to, take advantage of them, I'm gonna keep trying to bring, different content, bring you, different surprises, different things for us to engage in. Tonight we had a nice crowd on the spades game. When I find that domino game, we're going to, do some more dominoes and, some other things, and try to give you a place to escape. The one thing I can say, the bosses can say, is that when we get together, we have a nice time. We don't bother nobody. We have a nice time. We laugh and talk, and it don't hurt to learn things. I found out today that the kids got a new disorder now. I can't even repeat what it's called. The kids have a new disorder or something now. I guess it's some kind of something with the oh, shit. Silky Black and Aisha and was talking about it today on her show. And I think they may communicate together and do a panel and bring awareness to some of the disabilities that are developing now in the kids. And a lot of people won't admit it, but I will tell you this: some of this shit coming from the food. I'm just saying. Sorry, because sometimes I go in and out on YouTube. I'll be having to take some breaks from the stuff. Oh, I understand, Tisa. I understand, baby. Let me tell you something. One night we took a field trip. I took the, I took the girls to the farm, child. I took them over there, honey. We got to see them animals and how they be acting and how and the weirdest things happen. Like there was a cat who had just had some kittens. A duck had some ducks, baby ducks, and died. And the cat went and got the baby ducks and took them over to where the baby kittens was. The farm hands, they was running around looking, saying, "Oh, yeah, the cat done got the ducks. Well, she got them. She done ate them, honey. They dead and gone." They was looking high and low. Finally, they found her. Honey, she had took the baby ducks over to where her babies was at, and they was all nursing from the same tit. Ducks don't nurse from tits. From the time they come out the cooch, it's already an innate thing for them to go out there and start scorching and finding their own food. Baby, the ducks was on three tits, the kitten was on the other three. It was amazing. I had never seen that like before. And so we went. It was only about two or three of us. I took them over and showed them how the dogs was in there playing with the lions and the tigers. Friends, friends, having fun. The monkey and the cats was playing. It was a monkey and an elephant, a rhino and a. It was a rhinoceros and a. Damn, what was the rhinoceros? The rhinoceros had a friend too. I want to say it was a bear, but I think that was the bear and the huskies. Yeah, the woman even had a damn snake that would come when she called. Bitch, how you done made a snake a pet? You can't make no snake no pet. That bitch went right outside and called a snake. He came straight on to a child. My mouth was open. So I get it, T. So I understand, baby. I get it. You need a break. And that's what we try to do over here. We try to give everybody an escape, whether we playing dominoes, spades, Family Feud, Uno. We watch movies together. We come over and have little topics about interracial dating and interracial kids and how your family acclimated to it, how they acclimated to finding out about being gay. We try to do those things. And we do it in an unorthodox. Yeah, you did miss it, Diva. Yeah, you did. You missed two of them. Um, we do it in an unorthodox manner, you know, because I've seen how content creators act or react to their subscribers or supporters when they see them in other people's chats. Like they have ownership. And I've seen how they turn on them and they treat them bad or talk bad to them. And, it's very unfortunate and we don't have any control over it. But you know what? If I can't do nothing else for you, is I can definitely give you a place to come, laugh, and hang out, and not have any problems, any worry or retribution or any of that. And so instead of doing our members only chat on YouTube like most people do, we do it a little bit different. We do it over here as a group. Nobody can see us but the people over here in the group. So we have a nice time. We do. We have a nice time. But I totally understand, babe, and I'm glad to see you. And I hope everything is well with you and your family. Listen, y'all continue to practice social distancing. Make sure you keep washing your hands, keep your mask on. Um, and I'm gonna tell you something else, and I don't mean to scare y'all. I don't have this problem no more, but I'm gonna share what I know. Y'all know I'm gonna share what I know. Stop jumping on all of the new shit that's coming out. These new phones coming out, new tampons coming out, these new shampoos. You're going to have to start looking at the ingredients. They, what was it? This is 2020. In 2014, they changed some of the not ingredients, but the stuff they make the tampons and stuff with. The ones you stick up inside of you, not the pads, tampons, Tampax. They changed that materials and stuff that they use. You know, now those tampons they say, well, not just now, it's been years now, have cancer causing agents in them, just like cigarettes, just like Coca-Cola. Uh-huh. You have to be careful. We know that the lie needs perm kits and stuff, or we get our hair perm and stuff. They got shit in there that's not good for us to seep in our skin. But it's how we live. It's a way of life. Start looking at the ingredients before you jump on a new bandwagon or something that they selling in the grocery store, or whatever. Just glance at the ingredients, just real quick, and look and see if you see anything looks suspect, and stay away from it. Population control is real. They are trying to take us out. Hey, Sunny Days. Hey, baby. They are trying to take us out by any means necessary. And you don't have to believe it. Just get online and look yourself. You ain't got to believe what I tell you. Look. I try to bring the receipts when we talking about this kind of stuff, the memorandums, the documents, and the seals. And, hey, you ain't got to believe me. Just listen and look for yourself. Just keep your eyes open. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. Because if I find out, y'all know I'm telling it. You ain't going to get us. Yeah. Each one teach one. That's real. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming over. I appreciate y'all. If y'all don't mind, please hit the like button or nah, whichever way your spirit leads you. We appreciate the up or the down. It's all engagement. Thank y'all so much for your time. Happy Monday. Y'all have a blessed day. And I'll see y'all on these streets. Ta-ta.